Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well and had a super weekend. If this is your first time here this morning, a really very big welcome. If you're returning, well done. These sessions are basically to revalidate practice. So we are going to ask you, even if this is your first lesson today, to keep checking back in to establish correct practice. And obviously, we want to encourage you to meditate regularly. In our system, we meditate for 20 to 30 minutes twice a day. So we're just waiting a few moments up to our allotted time, which is 8:15, just to ensure that there are people here, etc. They can hear and see me. So I think we are working. The internet was a bit slow this morning, but I think we're fine now. Okay. If there are any issues, please put something in the chat box. And of course, you can you can ask any questions through this session. Obviously, don't do that through the group meditation, because I hope you're going to be meditating with us. Okay, so we have one more minute and then we'll basically begin. Good, I'm getting good indication that I can be heard and people can see me, which is a really good place to start. Okay, I can see a few more people checking in. Good morning. I see some of our meditators joining us this morning from Alicante in Spain, Loles. Andre from Cyprus. We've got Naruna from Cyprus, Mirabai from Spain, and Janaji and Chandrika from Denmark. So a very good welcome, good morning to you too. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're basically going to begin now. So I would just like to say that during this pandemic, a lot of people have been under enormous stress, and this could directly affect their health, well-being, happiness, of course. So meditation is the perfect tool to ensure that you can cope with the continuing changes around us. I do think these changes are going to be continual, perhaps for another year, until we get back to some normality. Obviously, we will remain at threat if we haven't had the virus and haven't got those antibodies until such time as a vaccine is found, or that we have herd immunity, but I do think we're a long way away from that. So meditation strengthens our immunity. We know that unhappiness, negative thought, etc., reduces immunity, and there's been many reports now shown that this is the case. So meditation naturally allowing you to be more relaxed, have more positive thoughts, having less mind chatter, reducing mental energy so that you have more energy to do the things you need to do in your day, is going to strengthen your immunity wonderfully, and that should protect you from the virus. I'm not saying that won't stop you getting the virus, but maybe you'll have a weaker experience. It won't be so strong. You won't have to be hospitalized. So this is very important. Immunity is not only what we eat, obviously that's part of it, but it is often commanded, our immunity, by our mental state. So meditation is going to strengthen our mental health. It will give us back peace of mind. And obviously, once we're more at peace with ourselves, we're going to experience more happiness. You know, you need the peace first, and then that produces happiness by itself. Good. So we're going to get going this morning. Just to give you a few tips. It's very important that you essentially, let me just remove this caption. So we want you to sit comfortably in a chair, be upright, but have your hands either like interlaced or together, and just rest them calmly in your lap. Be comfortable. Be in something which is reasonably straight backed, erect. Yeah, we don't want to be too horizontal. We want to be sitting up. If you've joined us from your bed this morning, good morning. And again, just prop yourself up. That's very important, but have those hands joined. In meditation, in our form of meditation, because you do see other meditations like this, etc., that is not valid in our system, because our system dives deep within and draws on those subtle energies past the subconscious level of the mind. And we need to preserve those energies so that we not only can use them in our day, but they can also help our unfoldment, our growth, our becoming a better person, etc. So that is very important, that we create that connection which preserves the energies. And why we do this is because the hands are an extension of the mind. You think, you write, so these part of our body, and certain types of photography have proved this, we lose subtle energy through the hands. So when our hands are joined, we're preserving those energies, which is so important. Now, if your children are essentially meditating with you, and they're perhaps older than 3, 4, etc., they're not going to be able to meditate for 20 minutes. They won't have that attention span. But if they could meditate with you for the first 10 or 15 minutes, that is going to be wonderful, because they will be more manageable, less hyper, and more at peace during the day. So they are super more manageable. So it's really wonderful to encourage them for this to become a regular practice, and they like to do what mum and dad is doing. So this is a nice thing to do as a family. Okay. So we're going to be comfortable. We want to be in a shaded room. Now, obviously for this instruction, I'm in quite a room with quite some wonderful sunshine coming through this morning. But we want to be in a shaded room, but not too dark. So as you see my little friend in the background, there's a tea light burning there. Just to give you an example, that we should never meditate in a pitch black room. Have a bedside lamp, a chink in the curtains, or a nice candle burning, which will give a lovely ambience to the room. Okay, the important thing is to be warm. Cover yourself up if you are cold. Declothe yourself if you're hot. Just have a nice temperature. Okay, so no animals in the room. I'm sorry, the dog or the cat, if they sleep in your room or they're downstairs with you, needs to go out of the room. They're going to come and disturb you, but also animals have the ability to draw that subtle energy that we spoke about. Hence, we've got our hands together, and if they're too close to us, they will take those energies for us. Now, shaded room, secure location. Make sure that your phone is off, okay, and that you don't have any alarms going. Now, what we don't want to use apps. These are totally unnecessary for meditation. I'm just checking. Okay, everyone can hear me clear and sound good. Excellent. So essentially, we want to not use alarms, because when we start the meditation, all we need to do is think mentally 20 to 30 minutes, and we will just surface at that time. But what we can do is, if we're unsure, because in those depths, there isn't the same linear time as we experience in our awakened external state, So we may want to just look at our watch or the clock across the room through squinted eyes. Do not open your eyes fully because this is shocking to the nervous system. So we're experts at meditation. These small tips are to ensure that you get the maximum benefit. We've taught thousands upon thousands of people through many countries. Currently we have 70 teaching centres. And I hope after lockdown that you'll be able to attend one of these centres and continue to take the more advanced stages of this course. So we're on basically a simple form of this meditation. So I see some of you checking in. I would just like to say welcome back. Welcome back, George, and various people who are returning here to revalidate the practice. This is so important, and I'm so happy you're back here, which means that you're on your way. You've started to learn and you're going to experience all the wonderful benefits. So your room is secure, etc. We're ready to go now. So what I want you to do first thing is to close your eyes very slowly. But before you do that, just a reminder that when we open or close our eyes, we are doing this very slowly, easily, lazily, and effortlessly. That's very important. Do not be in a rush. And again, this is to preserve the peace that we've experienced in meditation, or to induce peace at the beginning. If we open our eyes too quickly, especially during or after the meditation, it's a bit of a shock to our nervous system, which of course has calmed down so lovely during the practice. So let's close our eyes really slowly, and let's just feel that peace. Our attention in life is so externalized. Everything we do is on the outside. We're looking out, we're speaking, we're listening. It's all very exterior. So meditation changes our direction from looking outside to looking inside. And this is the beginning of a beautiful journey. Okay, so now continue with your eyes closed. I want you to pay attention, watch the breathing, the rising and falling of the chest, the breath going in and out of your nostrils. Do not try to alter the breathing or control its rhythm in any way. We just want you to be the observer. You can breathe in and out of your nose or mouth. It doesn't actually matter, whatever is more comfortable with you. So we're going to do that just for a couple of minutes. So just with your eyes closed, place your attention on the breathing, watching the breathing, rising and falling of the chest, the breath going in and out of your mouth or nostrils. Excellent. Now just very slowly, again please open your eyes slowly, almost as if they were stuck together, very gently. Good. As we said, we do that to preserve that feeling of peace and tranquility. Opening them too quickly, too abruptly will, make your central nervous system, rush back to normality, to the surface. Okay, so that was really easy. As I've said before, simplicity is important in anything we do in life. And in reality, the most divine things are simple. So do not, even though this practice is so simple to learn and to practice, it has such great power, as you will see as you begin practicing. So we're going to do that again, but add another element or another understanding to that process. So now I want you to close your eyes again, and in this part we are leading into the meditation. So I want you to close your eyes very, very slowly. And again, wait 10 to 15 seconds and place your attention on breathing, the rising and falling of the chest, the breath going in and out of your nostrils. However, after doing this for several minutes, you will realize that your attention has drifted from the breathing to just thoughts alone. And that's absolutely fine. We expect that. Thoughts are an integral part of our makeup. Depending how much pressure is on you at the moment, your mind could be racing away, trying to resolve those problems. And therefore, during meditation, those thoughts are probably going to be predominant in your thinking process. Or you'll be thinking that you have to feed your children after this meditation, you have to start your job. So many things that we know as householders that we have to do in our day. So those things are naturally going to appear in our thought patterns during meditation. But when we realize that we're only having thoughts because our attention is completely off the breathing or watching the rising, falling of the chest, then without, and this is so important, without pushing those thoughts away, gently return your attention to the breathing as before and just continue watching the rising and falling of the chest, the breath going in and out. And then again, maybe after 1 minute, several minutes, your thoughts will have overtaken, and that's fine. As we said, allow them to be there, and when you realize that you're only having thoughts, without pushing those thoughts away, gently come back to your breathing and watch the breathing again. So it's a cycle, watching the breathing, naturally drifting off to some thoughts, realizing that we're only having thoughts. Don't be shocked. They're natural, as we said, integral part of meditation. And then, without pushing those thoughts away, gently come back to the attention of the breathing, and you'll find those thoughts will just flow away. And in that flow, it will often draw you deeper and deeper within yourself. So we're going to try that now for the next 15 to 20 minutes. So just continue in a very relaxed, easy manner. Don't worry if you have to go back to the breathing lots of times. Your thoughts will slow down. That's absolutely fine. So let's begin. Okay, now very, very gently, I want you to wait at least 2 minutes before opening your eyes fully. So the meditation has now finished. We just want to allow ourselves to surface naturally, to not be in a rush. If you can't estimate what 2 minutes is, then count slowly to 120 before opening your eyes again, very, very slowly. Good. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, do not worry if you had lots of thoughts. As we said earlier, thoughts are not intruders. They are part of our makeup, as you know. But what happens in meditation as they pass through the mirror of the mind, that like they're on a movie screen, they are losing their hold they have over us. So we're actually refining those thoughts. We're refining their matter as they pass through the mind in meditation. So this is natural and correct. We don't want to stop that because we do want to be more non-attached to those thoughts, because in doing so, the mind will stop chattering and find greater peace. So a few parting reminders. So meditate for 20 to 30 minutes somewhere secure, where you are warm, in a comfortable position where you will not be interrupted. Do not mind again if there's lots of thoughts, as long as you remember that when you're only having thoughts, you return to the attention of the breathing without pushing those thoughts away. We just want to let those thoughts play in our mind, almost as if we were watching them on a movie screen. Now, please remember to subscribe to this channel. There are daily lessons at 8:15 and 5 p.m. GMT +1 British Summer Time. I know there's many people joining from Europe as well, so please be aware of this, the time change between us and Central and Eastern Europe. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to be notified of upcoming information that you may find interesting. There's a section called the 5-minute insight. Some of them are slightly longer than 5 minutes, but they're there as life hacks to give you some idea and perspective on different aspects of living, the challenges we have, etc. So we know that through practicing meditation, you are going to become stronger. So if your life, or you feel your life, is difficult, challenging, or in this moment because of the virus in a mess, then meditation is going to help you so much. Now, to add to the support system that we have, we do offer 24-hour, 24 24/7 support. So if you don't want to use the chat here, then I suggest that you email to this email address, which will create a case, a support case in our system so that we can respond and answer your questions. Again, the important thing is to keep checking back into these systems. Even though the technique is very simple, it's good to come back just to revalidate correct practice. And obviously you're going to hear different aspects of how meditation can really change your life. So please visit our website. On the right hand side of the screen you see various, I'm not sure it's left or right, on the left hand side of the screen you see our social channels. Do engage us there. You can also ask questions. Thank you for being here. I will remain online for a couple of minutes, so if you want to post any questions, don't feel silly about asking a question. You know, sometimes the simplest things, our mind likes to complicate things, and sometimes the simplest things seem the most difficult. But as you'll find by practicing over a period of time, you will have greater mental clarity. Meditation in children increases intellect, and as I said, they're much more manageable, which is really useful in daily life. And obviously we want them to do their best in their studies. FISU has thousands, as I said, of meditators around the room. We see ourselves as rather an enlarged family. And we come together through various events outside of lockdown, obviously, around the world for deepening courses, day intensives. But the main thing is that you and your teacher are available for you literally 24/7 to support your journey into a better place. So please do connect with us. Follow our social channels for inspiration, and check back either later today or during the week to just revalidate your correct practice. Let me have a look. There's a few more messages here. Okay, so thank you everyone for attending today. Keep meditating. It is going to change your life. Be patient, albeit these changes do appear reasonably quickly, depending on the person. But we know that if you're meditating regularly, these changes are guaranteed, and you are going to become stronger, have greater clarity, and be more at peace within yourself. So thank you for joining. I don't think there's any more questions, but the support details are here, and we hope to see you later in the week. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye for now.